This video is intended to inform seagoing personnel of the concept of engine room resource management and to gain an understanding of the human factors involved and the ability to control them. This video contains 10 subjects: introduction, engineering organization and procedures, team building, situational awareness and error trapping, communications, stress, fatigue, leadership and group decision making, cultural diversity, and conclusion. Engine Room Resource Management, or ERM, is a method of using all available resources to conduct engineering operations and run a vessel. The resources involved here are both equipment and people. It takes both traditional skills to operate the equipment as well as managerial skills to use personnel resources to their potential. Human factors are all components that influence personnel in their work environment. These include team building, situational awareness, communications, stress, fatigue, leadership and decision making, and cultural diversity. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, as well as several international organizations, cite human factors as the cause of 75 to 80% of all marine casualties. The following are the keys to effective engine room resource management. Good situational awareness. Obtain relevant information early. Building a detailed and shared mental model of the situation. Preparedness. Defined organization and procedures. Realistic decisions sensitive to the workload. And monitoring progress by cross-checking each other, thus reducing one person's errors. The engine room personnel's performance is essential to the safety of the vessel. In order to achieve a sound and efficient engine watch, defined procedures as well as chief engineer's standing orders are essential. Procedures should be established to ensure duties are clearly defined and assigned to certain individuals. Effective procedures will minimize the risk that an error by one person will have disastrous and irreversible consequences. No one should be assigned more than they can handle, and no duty should be reassigned without notifying the engineer on watch. The engineer on watch should be vigilant. In assigning duties during important situations, such as arrival or departure, consideration should be given to the ergonomic layout of the control room. The concept of zones of responsibility takes this into consideration, and duties are assigned so that personnel are not interfering with each other, but can share critical information. Checklists should be used. They are a good written memory aid used to accomplish a series of tasks, but they should not be used as a substitute for good engineering practice. The STCW Convention specifies the principles to be observed in keeping and performing a proper engineering watch. The members of Engine Room Watch are a team. It is their responsibility to work together much as a sport team would. Successful teams have members that support one another and enhance each other's skills. Successful teams are goal-oriented and get results. Situational awareness is an accurate perception of the factors and conditions that affect the ship and engineering plant during a specified period of time. The elements of good situational awareness include knowing your ship, machinery, and spaces, the normal operating parameters, all safety hazards, the system status, the crew's condition including fatigue and illness, and the crew's knowledge and familiarity with the ship. When we lose situational awareness, we increase the potential for human error. Warnings that situational awareness has been degraded include ambiguity, distraction or preoccupation, general feeling of uncertainty, break in communication, departure from watch procedures, improper watch round or complacency or overconfidence. The complexity of operating a modern-day vessel and the interaction within and outside the engine room team provide the opportunity for errors. There are three types of errors: failure to properly plan, incorrect sending or receiving of information, and incorrect actions. Accidents are rarely caused by a single event. It is usually a sequence or chain of events that cause an accident. Breaking an error chain or error trapping is essential to preventing accidents. Communication is the exchange of information, thoughts, and feelings. Effective communications is the exchange of information in a clear and understood manner. Communications is very important to the success of the organization and in achieving organizational goals. Verbal communications include all types of radio and telephone communications. It is important to choose your words carefully and speak them loudly, clearly, and concisely, due to a lack of visual stimuli. An effective communication process includes the sender, the message, the receiver, and the feedback. The sender should be conveying information necessary for the mission accomplishment. He or she must also be proactive in making the receiver understand the message. The message should consist of correct terminology and be clearly sent to the receiver. The receiver should be active in the communication process and give message feedback. Feedback can include acknowledgement, repeating, or paraphrasing. Once the receiver has given feedback, the communication process is complete when the sender acknowledges it. Stress is the effect that a stimulus has on the body. It is anything that can thrill, worry, prod, scare, or threaten us. There are three recognized stages of stress. The initial state is alarm, when the stress is first encountered. Eventually, the body adapts to higher levels of stress and resistance sets in. Lastly, the body's resources are depleted and exhaustion sets in. Not all stress is bad. Studies show that there is an optimal stress level where the body performs best. Too little stress causes boredom or complacency, while too much diminishes situational awareness and causes panic. Good engine room team members will recognize and accommodate stress in other team members. This includes reducing an individual's workload or assigning tasks based on ability and experience. Fatigue is defined as weariness or exhaustion from work, overexertion, inadequate sound sleep, or the cumulative effects of poor sleep over several days. Fatigue slows visual perception, decision-making, memory tasks, and mental calculations. Signs of fatigue are errors of omission, slower task performance, decreased morale and motivation, poor communications, and sleeping on duty. 8 hours of sleep is normally required in a 24-hour period to avoid creating a sleep debt. Get the best possible sleep before reporting to watch. Trust your own physiology. If you feel sleepy and time allows, sleep. If you wake and cannot sleep after 30 minutes, get up. Strategic napping and good sleep habits are also part of the preventive strategy. Develop and practice a good sleep routine. A dark, quiet, and comfortable temperature room is important. If hungry, only eat a light snack. Regular exercise will also improve your quality of sleep. Because the ship schedule does not always allow the preventive strategies, operational strategies may help. The following will increase alertness while on watch. Physical action. Conversations on professional topics. Strategic caffeine consumption. Balanced nutrition, and staying well hydrated. Engine room resource management is based upon synergy. The total of the individuals in cooperation is greater than the sum of the individuals taken by themselves. The best leaders share information, communicate openly, and encourage participation. The respect of others and the ability to share workload are also traits of a good leader. Maintaining a constructive and positive attitude and keeping a receptive atmosphere coupled with honesty are necessities of productive leaders. Decision-making is an essential skill for operational team leaders. Team members share the responsibility for solving problems by contributing timely and valuable information to the team leader. Effective ERM requires the understanding of and respect for different cultures within our society. It is important to recognize that ERM is the common goal. Open communication limits conflict, and some individualism can exist within the team. This video should be used as a guide to ERM and is by no means all-inclusive. However, if the aforementioned processes are implemented, the goal to safer and more efficient engine plant and vessel operations through engine room resource management will be well underway.